Hello, hello, my beautiful mermaids and mermen, my sea sponges of the sea. This is your general Pisces daily vibe from your guides' messages from Monday to Sunday. So you can read it as you go along and check out how things are working out for you this week, what you need to see, know, and expect as you navigate through yet again another week. What kind of waters are we swimming in? Coming in with our first card, we have been given the Eight of Cups, followed by the World. We've got the Page of Cups. We've got the Hangman. We have the Eight of Swords, followed by the King of Cups. And we have our final card, the beautiful Empress. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Starting off, and this is the beginning of the week, so this could be Monday. You've got the card Fortune, Pisces. Don't we love that? When fortune appears in your life, limitations disappear. As you sit back and watch your dreams manifest before your eyes, you are filled with a profound sense of gratitude and wonder. So it's looking like this is a good week. But I think what's going to happen here is you're walking away from something that wasn't working. You're in the process of pivoting and changing things and trying to maintain alignment and balance. So, you pretty much have walked through the fire in the past. We've talked about this many, many times. The struggles and sacrifices and challenges that Pisces have had for the last 10 to 12 years. But you're heading in a new direction. This is a year of the fire horse. And as we know, this is change, charging forward, going into new things happening quickly, things changing quickly. You are going in a new direction. Now, with this Eight of Cups, it's a little slower pace. You're taking one step in front of the other as you plan your move, moving forward. You don't have to turn around and go back to where you were, Pisces. You're making this transformation and these changes to go towards a brighter, happier, more successful future. And with that, it's going to bring in fortune in the form of maybe time, effort, support, love, good health, and maybe even money. Coming in next, could be Tuesday, we've got the card Jealousy, and it says possessiveness, competitiveness, dependence, and paranoia. So it's not always a great card when we get this one. Somebody could be a little bit envious of where we are. Maybe you're dealing with an energy like that. We don't like confrontation, so we don't like jealousy as a Pisces. We try to avoid it, but Pisces can be jealous as much as we try to avoid it. Now, you could be involved in competing in some sort of situation around you. You feel that way. And maybe you feel that somebody around you is dependent on you, okay? They're almost paranoid about what's happening next. Now, I have to say with Pisces, remember, our card is the moon, and it is the card of getting up in our head and creating disillusionment. So Pisces, try not to allow yourself to be overcome by, presuming and assuming things until you know the facts, okay? But this could also be an energy around you that tends to be this way. You've got the World card. The World is a beautiful card, and it says this is the card of a new cycle, a new beginning. This card feels very thick. I thought there was two there, but there's only one. And this is new cycles, end of one cycle, beginning of a new cycle. Yeah, and again, this is about being able to go in any direction we choose to go, set our compass and head in that direction. We've got security. We have great commitment here. We have it's almost like the fact that we know now we're secure, and it's a great card of moving on. Now, you could also be thinking about traveling. Maybe some of you are, or you're working and dealing with people on an international level as well. But when we get the World card, it's a beautiful card of moving forward. Coming in next, which could be Wednesday, we have the card, the broom and the whip. Now, this could mean a lot of things. Number one, you could be in the company of somebody who is jealous and they have a short fuse and a temper. They may want to pick a fight with you because of something that they're paranoid about. This is a card that says you could be cracking the whip on somebody else, wanting to get something done, getting somebody, lighting a fire underneath them to get them going. Pisces, we're impatient and we want everything done like ASAP. And so you may be a taskmaster this week and trying to crack the whip and get things completed, whether it's for you or somebody else. But I don't want you to be too hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up this week either, Pisces. because you may be feeling that way. You may be feeling that I have to get these things done. I'm going to push myself. And, just remember, it's a slow step forward as you balance. You've got the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups pages are messengers. This particular one may come with a message that gets your creative juices flowing, but maybe even your romantic feelings flowing. This person could look, act, or be younger than you, or maybe just come to the table of life with something for you that is youthful, upbeat, forward-thinking, and up-to-date and modern. Or this person could be sending you a little gift of endearment. You may receive a card, a text, a phone call, a little gift of endearment of somebody wanting to express their feelings, perhaps taking a friendship to the next level, or perhaps just securing and making a friendship even stronger. Coming in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you've got the contracts, commitments, marriage card, and it shows the wedding rings, right? So we know that this is a card that says, things are moving forward, and marriage is a commitment and a contract too. It comes up with, it could come up with romance or a celebration. There is definitely a wedding to attend maybe. But it is a favorable card that announces contracts to be signed, and be prepared to make a commitment to whatever you're taking on. So, you could be signing a contract. It could be a wedding, a marriage license. It could be somebody might be getting engaged, a commitment that way. You could be getting asked to be married, or you're going to a wedding for somebody in your family. But you could also be signing a contract, and the contract is long-term, okay, long-term commitment. The Hangman comes in, and this is a card of pause, state of action. Things aren't moving too quickly. You're hanging in limbo, wondering when you're going to get moving, but you still haven't got all your ducks in a row. And once you do, then you'll be able to hit the ground running. This is a temporary pause. For whatever reason, things aren't moving as quickly as you anticipated they would be. But you'll be able to hit the ground running soon once you get your ducks all in a row and all the information that you need moving forward. Now, coming in with Friday, you've been given the card Detour, and it says change course. So we know with a detour, we have to maneuver, we have to navigate around things. You're going to shift direction maybe. Maybe you're changing something this week, and there could be a detour and a development. Maybe there's an unexpected change, because when we get detours, we're driving along and all of a sudden we hit that sign that goes, oh, now where am I going to go, right? So choose a different path. If things aren't working the way that you should, don't get stressed out. Just choose a different path. You're very creative, Pisces, and you can do this. Okay? It may be time to approach maybe a situation or an issue differently, too. It could also mean that the universe has arranged for a special detour that will ultimately be beneficial. We got that beautiful card in the beginning here on Monday about fortune and commitments and signings of documents as well. So even though we may prefer the familiar shortcut to our desired destination, we're being called to change course. So this might feel uncomfortable to some of you, but keep an eye out for positive developments in your personal story or unexpected aspects on your path. Occasionally, this could also be a sign to discontinue engaging with a situation that's not beneficial to you. So changing course, changing things up. If things aren't working out for us, we're going to make a clear and concise decision to move on in a new direction. We've got the Eight of Swords, so don't get up in your head because of this change, okay? Pisces, we're good at change. We adapt. We're very adaptable. We're creative. We don't like to be bored and hanging in limbo too long. So, but we also get impatient. If things don't happen as quickly as we want them to, we start presuming and assuming and getting up in our head and doing that stinking thinking that it's not going to work out. The only thing holding us back from moving forward in the direction that we should and want to go is ourselves. So don't shoot your foot off. Don't sabotage yourself, Pisces. This is a card that says just swim in the calm waters. Don't get up in your head. You're not seeing things completely clear here. Once you do, step out of your way, you will see the pieces fall in line the way they should. Now, on Saturday, we've got the card, and this comes from the deck, answers to our questions. And we've got the card Communicate Clearly, okay? So this is the angel answer deck. Communicate clearly is important. We don't want things to be taken out of context, right? Any situations this week requires very precise and careful communication. So don't assume that others involved understand what you want or need from them. Okay, in person, right? Discussions are preferable if you to speak to a person, but if that's not the case or possible, make sure that your communication methods are very thorough, especially in this day and age of texting, right? It indicates that there has been maybe a miscommunication that is creating a challenge for you and someone else. But by clearing up any misunderstandings, you can heal the situation so that everyone can start moving forward again. So communicating is very important. Don't lose your head. Don't lose your cool. Don't lose yourself in the heat of the moment with the roar of the lion and say things that you can't take back. So Pisces, it's about us just breathing this week, not pushing ourselves to that point. We've got our perfect mate here, our perfect energy, our perfect person, and this is the King of Cups. The King of Cups is kind, compassionate, and caring. This individual is a kind listening ear, a shoulder to lean into, a soft place to land. And guess why? Because he's been there, done it, has the mettle to prove it. He wants to give you some wise counsel and guidance. Take it. If this person's in your energy field and steps into your circle, do not hesitate to listen. Okay, this person means well. It could be you too. You could be the one initiating this kind and caring compassion to somebody else, Pisces, because people gravitate to Pisces for that. Coming in next, your angel card number, you've been given 1331, and this is Sunday. So it says good fortune. Again, the double message. It's about guidance, clarity, major change, self-reliance, individuality, comfort, and prosperity. So trust in your skills and talents, Pisces. They are the keys to a bright future. A piece of valuable advice, a moment of clarity, or a comforting message is headed your way. Everything is aligning in your favor, and success is within your reach. So what you're working on this week, if you keep your cool and you stay patient, Pisces, and you stay in alignment, you don't give up, you're going to see this goal come to fruition. We look at it with this Empress. The Empress is all about giving birth to her dreams. And she is the ultimate caring individual. She's there for her family. She's good in business. But she's also the person who's patient. She knows that, look at her here, as she's dreaming of her world ahead. It looks like a 9-month gestation period, right? And she's willing to wait that out. So Pisces, remember, patience is a virtue. Set your goals, go and don't hesitate to take action steps towards them, but realize that some things will not happen as quickly as we want them to. So just be patient. This is setting your dreams into motion here, okay? Be patient. Well, let's see what we have here in addition to this reading. I've already shuffled it, Pisces. I've already done that. So let's see what we have in our first card. We've got freedom. We have see your struggles as opportunity to grow. We have momentum. So it's going to pick up. Slow and steady wins the race. There's your hangman. Goal setting. Yeah, this whole thing is about that. Endings. All right. Maybe this is a detour to walk away from something here. Coming in at the end, we have a time out. So yeah, nurture yourself, Pisces. Remember, you might have to wait for something to happen here this week that you're working on, and it isn't happening as fast. Your struggles are helping you move forward. You've got the freedom now with the World card here to go after what you want this week. Even though the Hangman's here, momentum will pick up, okay? It's slowly, but it will. And remember, slow and steady wins a race, right? Any goals that we're setting, we know they're worth working on and waiting for. Again, you might be walking away from something here to move forward. And don't forget to nurture yourself, Pisces. Take your time, nurture yourself, and take a time out. Well, I wish you a great remainder to today and a beautiful, optimistic, healthy, happy, prosperous, and successful week. And always know I stand in this circle of love and light for you. And I'll see you soon, my beautiful fellow mermaids and mermen.